Call Call Halayim Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, the elders and apostles of Israel. And I just had a lesson that I want to come out of the wisdom of Solomon. And I wanted to name it Righteous Man Conforming to a King. And what we're doing now is the hopeful 144,000. The hopeful 144,000 that is transforming into the kings that we will be. Hopefully, we none of us know who the 144,000 is, but that's why we always say hopeful elect. When I first came to the truth, it's all a transformation from who you were into who you are into who you are about to become. And so when I came up with this lesson to think about it, I was just thinking about just other brothers who've been in this truth for a while, and myself, who just now getting started to be in this truth, and who's studying and who's taking this journey in this season seriously. Brothers say take this seriously when you in here. So I had to go watch a video and kind of understand the breakdowns and continue to reread scriptures. So I want to go ahead and break down Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. And this is what we doing out there in the highways and the byways. Wisdom of 5, chapter 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. So we out there as a righteous man, the so-called Negroes, so-called Native Americans, and so-called Hispanics. We all make up the 12 tribe of Israel. And we shall stand, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness. So we stand in great boldness before the face such as have afflicted us. So Esau, Edom, the red Edomites, the so-called white man, we're standing in boldness in his face that afflicted us and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. Let's talk about Yahweh Shai. They're not going to understand that Yahweh Shai is a so-called black man. He's a dark man. And so they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. So when he comes in and with the true power, because he's not coming back as a man, it's going to be strange to the world. A lot of people continue to say they don't really believe in the UFOs, but more and more appear. We know them as IFO. They can be identified flying objects. So far beyond as that they looked for. So they ain't going to understand it. They ain't going to understand the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh's son, Yahweh Shai, that's getting ready to come upon this earth. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say with themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision in the proverbs of reproach. Yeah. How they did Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, how they did Yahweh Shai when he was here, how they doing his children while we are here. We fools accounted for his madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of our power Yahweh? And his lot is among the saints. His saints is the 12 tribe of Israel, the so-called Negroes, so-called Native Americans, and so-called Hispanics. We make up the 12 tribe of Israel, just like I said before. We are the children with Kwam Yasha'Allah, princes of the power, and daughter of Zions, and the children of Israel. Therefore therefore have we erred from the way of the truth. So this is when the Most High was telling us how we erred away from the truth. And the light of righteousness hath not sinned unto us. And the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. So that's what I was saying when I first came into the truth. How you not know who you are. How you had to ask, your brothers, and question your brothers all the time, because without reading, you're not gonna understand. So I continue to read. So now here's 7. We weirded ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. So that's what we did. We did all that wickedness. We know that in chapter, in all the Old Testament books. We start going off. That's what Ezekiel was seeing, that we was getting ready to go into destruction because of our wicked ways. Yea, we have gone through deserts where they lay no way, but as for the way of the Lord Yahweh, we have not known it. So this is the Most High said, we haven't known it, of the ways that we in the other lands that we're at now here in America. What hath pride profit us? What have it profit us? Or what good hath riches with our vaulting brought us? Nothing. The so-called Negroes have money in Babylon, but what have it profit us? What are they doing? They have to act like monkeys, and they have to act like everything but who they are. So that's why I say the righteous man conforming to a king, because the righteous man has to understand who he is, where he came from, and where he is to be. So that's the reason why I said righteous man conforming to a king. He's conforming, he's developing. So like I said in the beginning, when you read in chapter 5, verses 1, we had to stand in great bonus before the faces of who afflicted him. And these are the things that we had to go through. And see, these are the transformations. All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that haste by. So these are the things that you gotta have. I'm gonna skip to 15. So basically, we're just showing all the stuff that we went through. But 15 start speaking on the righteousness of what I said, the righteous man. But the righteous live forevermore. Their rewards also is with the Lord Yahweh, and their care of them is with the Most High. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Lord Yahweh's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. So we do the Most High's will. He will use his hand He will use his hand to do what? Cover us. And with his arm, he's going to protect us. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make it the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemy. So that's what's going on right now. Hopefully he protected the elect, the 1/3. He shall put the righteous as a breastplate and true judgment instead of an helmet. He shall take holiness an invincible shield. His severe wrath shall be sharpened by a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise. Then shall the right aiming thunderbolt go abroad, and for the clouds, as from a well-drawn bow, shall they fly to the mark. And hailstone full of wrath shall be cast as out of the stone bow, and the water of the sea shall rage against them, and the flood shall cruelly drown them. Yea, a mighty wind shall stand up against them, and like a storm shall blow them away. Thus iniquity shall lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealing shall overthrow the thrones of the mighty. So, that's what's getting ready to happen to Esau, Edom, and his kingdom. His kingdom has been standing for too long and trying to destroy the children of the Most High, the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, so-called Native Americans, so-called Hispanics who make up the 12 tribe of Israel, from Judah all the way down to Issachar. Salakia. So, these are the things that you had to go through. These are the things that's about to go through and come to pass. And then when you go into chapter 6, this is when the righteous men that conform into standing boldly to being protected by Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, and then becoming to the kings that he's supposed to be. And that's what it's going to say in chapter 6. Hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand, learn ye that be judges of the end of the earth. Give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in a multitude of nations. So he's going to give it the 144,000 to be able to rule the nations. For the power is given you of the Lord Yahweh in sovereignty from the highest, who shall try your works and search out your counsel. Because being minister of his kingdom, ye have not judged aright, nor keep the laws. So, we haven't kept the laws. We have to be in perfect subjection to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, nor walk after the counsel of our power. For mercy will soon pardon the meanest, but mighty man shall be mightily tormented. So we'll be tormenting Esau, Edom. For he which is the Lord Yahweh, the Most High over all, shall fear no man's person, neither shall he stand in awe of any man's greatness. For he hath made the small and great, and careth for all alike. But a sword trial shall come upon the mighty, When I start understanding like this whole thing of becoming from a righteous man to conform to a king, these are the things we must go through. These are the things that we have to endure until the end, so that we can be um, lords and kings of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah's kingdom. This is when wisdom kicked in chapter 6, verses 11. Wherefore set your affliction upon my words, desire them, and ye shall be instructed. So when I was reading chapter 6 all the way down, that was creating us to be the kings that we need to be. How we're going to minister, how we're going to go through that walk. Salakia. I had to go to the door. But how we're gonna be able to be kings in the kingdom? I want to go back to verse 9 to let you understand. He says, "Unto you, therefore, O kings, do I speak, that ye may learn wisdom and not fall away." So that's the king we have to become. He said, "Unto you, therefore, O kings, do I speak, that ye may learn wisdom and not fall away." And that wisdom is she. For they that keep holiness holy shall be judged holy. And they that have learned such things shall find what to answer. Wherefore set your affliction upon my words, desire them, and ye shall be instructed. And I got a couple. I'm going to read all the way down to 25. And I'll be out of here. Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. And this is the wisdom that kings will have and what you need. Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yea, she is easy, seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her. She preventeth them that desire her, in making her first known unto them. So that's what it said, prevent her and desire her. So we must desire this word. Whoso seeketh her early shall have no great travail, for he shall find her sitting at his door. To think, therefore, upon her perfection of wisdom. So that's what they were saying. We want, if you learn this word early, you should not have no travails, no trials, no tribulation, no bad tribulation that you can't get yourself out of. You know how you always how lawyers understand the law. If we understand the law and what we're supposed to do by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, those travails you should not go through. We all gonna be tested, but the more you know, the least that you'll go through. For he shall find her sitting at his door. To think therefore upon her is perfection of wisdom, and whoso watcheth for her shall quickly be without care. For she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her, showeth herself favorably unto them in the ways, and meeteth them in early thoughts. So when we transpire from chapter 5 to chapter 6 of being kings, of being the righteous man, these are the things we must go through to be great kings. For the very true beginnings of her is the desire of discipline. So when you first come in this truth, you got to be disciplined. I had to learn to read every morning, every night. Every morning, every night. And then every morning, every night, you got to keep on getting that vibe. And the care of discipline is love. And love is keeping her laws. There it is, the laws. The laws of who? Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. And the giving heed until her laws, until her laws is assurance of incorruption. And the incorruption make us near unto Yahweh, our power. Therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to the kingdom. If your delight be the throne in sculptures, which is the sculptures is the like kind of like a stick with jewels on, I believe. Or it might just be the stick. All of them probably different. But if you delight these things, O ye king of the people, honor wisdom, that ye may reign forevermore. As for wisdom, what she is and how she came up, I will tell you, and I will not hide mysteries from you. But I will seek her out from the beginning of her nativity, and bring the knowledge of her into light. It will not pass over the truth. So this is all the development you can see in the scriptures that I'm reading is bringing you along. Neither will I go with consuming envy, for such a man shall have no fellowship with wisdom. So you learn this, and don't take any envy. You don't consume that envy. You get better with wisdom. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and a wise king is the upholding of his people. So we must lead our people correctly. How do you do that? Through wisdom. You can't do that after being emotional. Receive therefore instruction through my words, and it shall do you good. So these words are doing us good. These words are helping us on the highways and the byways for the Archeum who's been out here in this truth, who speak of the truth for 20 plus years, like the apostles and the elders, who's been doing this for a long time. Like I'm still a baby at this. I'm still studying and still trying to bring this out. But I can see the transformation of myself day to day. If I want to be the king, like he said, what did he say? Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6, verses 21. If your delight be the throne, be then in thrones and sculptures, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom. So I must honor the wisdom, and I also must honor the discipline that you need to get wisdom. But I want to conclude with this. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashim